Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Are you approachable? You know what, ladies, and I kind of alluded to this in my previous podcast. But, a lot of times a man sees you and he wants to approach. Sometimes he got the bag. He wants to approach. He see you and he's thinking, whatever you got, he like. Whatever you got, if you tall and slim, he like it. If you short and thicker, he like that. If you dress like a plain Jane, he like it. Hey, if you showing a little bit more, he like it. If you got long flowing hair, he like it. Even if it's a weave, he'll tolerate it. He was like, okay, I'll tolerate it. She look pleasant. Or shoot. I've known some women, they had their head shaved bald and guys going crazy over them. I seen one woman, her head was shaved bald. This dude went into a trance. I was like, snap out. I was ready to slap him and stuff. I was like, man. He's like, man, I couldn't help it, Rom. And, whatever the case, every single woman out there, somebody want it. Even if you jacked up sometime, you jacked up. You need to lose about 50. You need to dress better. Somebody want it. All right. And a man wants to approach you, but the question is, are you approachable? There's a lot. Because what happens is, and I alluded to that, I talked about this in a previous podcast. A lot of times you walking around with that attitude, that defensive attitude. Now, in a way, I understand it, but in a way, it's also hurting you. Because I understand it. There's some less evolved males out here. You got some cats, they can't just take no, or they can't be cool, smooth with it. They be like, hey, girl, hey, back, come here, girl. Be all up on you and everything. Act like they ain't seen a woman before. Be looking, just be like, yeah, you got some big breasts. Oh, damn, girl, you got that big old butt. Can I ride it? Y'all probably hit me with some more stuff. I know y'all heard some shit. Because really, Rom don't really, associate with dudes doing shit like that. So, but y'all done heard it. And, I understand that. But every guy who check you out, every guy who see you, it's not going to do all that. Because I'm going to tell you what it is. A lot of guys who are more sensible, a lot of guys who can walk up to you and say, hello, how you doing? Guys like that. The reason they don't approach is because you have a look on your face to not approach. You doing a walk or anything, you're not open to it. Like, I see women in the street sometimes. I'm going to tell you what. If I see a woman, sometimes I see a woman, especially where I live. No shade against women of other races, but if I see where I live, there's not a lot of black folk. So sometimes if I'm out and I see a sister or something, I'm always like, hey, how you doing? They be looking at me like, I'm like, damn, I just said hi. Shit. But the same women will probably complain that they can't find a guy. And I've known women like that. I've had plenty of women friends. You get to meet them anyway. You get past that mask. You say, they ain't bad people. But then you see them otherwise, and they looking all evil and stuff. Like, I remember, I saw one woman, and I know her very well. I saw her out. I say, hey, what's up? Right? She was looking evil. I was like, damn. And then she smiled when she saw it was me. I said, damn. Look, I love you, but I gotta be real. You can't be looking evil like that. Ain't no guy go to approach you in the street. She say, stop playing, Rob. I say, nah, I'm giving you tough love, girl. I'm shit. If I was a total stranger, didn't know you, I'd be scared to talk to you. And that's what it is, too. It's like, I had this woman, and she gave me a scenario, right? She said, what if I went to a club, saw an attractive woman, but the woman was sitting with her arms folded and not smiling and stuff? Would I approach her? And I said, no. And she said, why wouldn't you approach her? She probably wants you to approach her. Because she's not being inviting. First of all, she's in a public place. where people are likely to approach her, but she's giving a thing like don't approach her. You know? I mean, I can see if she's out on the street, she and a couple knuckleheads yell at her. But if you go to a club or a place where people socialize and then you sit in a corner and don't want to be socialized with, I'm going to leave your ass alone. And most guys are going to be like that. Understand something with like a smart man. A smart man ain't going to waste his time on a woman who from the outset looks like she don't want to be bothered. Even if she does. And I know that, ladies. Every time y'all had that defensiveness, it's not always, it's like you still checking out a guy and still want him. And I've seen that too. Remember, I know both sides. Like I've known women over the years. They have that mean look and acting funky around somebody, but then they be like, damn, you be like, Rom, I want to jump his bones. Or I want to give him something. He can get it, Rom. I'm like, you ain't showing it. You ain't showing it. But that's that insecurity, though. That's that insecurity. And look, this is the advice I would give ladies about that. You don't have to walk down the street mean. Like, look, first of all, how often is a guy just disrespecting you and approaching? Let's be real. Let's be real, ladies. How often? Yeah, some guys might be checking you out, but how often is somebody really hitting you with that hey, baby, or disrespectful talk? A few of y'all might be getting it, but most of y'all ain't. This ain't no disrespect to y'all, but let's be real. Most dudes are going, you know, they're going to be thinking, oh, well, I might be out of her league, or she might be out of my league or something if they think you're attractive. So you ain't getting it like that. But see, a lot of women want to pretend like they are, or they just want to be mean and everything. Ladies, you got to balance that joint out. You can still walk down the street kind of like chill, friendly, you know. And even if a guy approaches you that you ain't feeling or disrespectful, you can either ignore him or put him in his place. You got permission there. But see, while you try and keep that one guy away, you keeping the other guy away. Because think about it. I want y'all to think about it from the man's point of view. Y'all don't want a bum, right? Y'all don't want a bum. Y'all made that abundantly clear. Y'all don't even want to help a man try to build. So it's like, okay, you want that guy with the bag. You want that guy that got something going on. Many of y'all who have degrees want a man with a degree. Y'all want him with a steady job. You know, he has some stuff in his life. First of all, that type of guy, if he even approach you, it must be something about you. So that type of guy, you know, he's going to look. He's going to maximize his efforts. He's going to say, okay, she's smiling. She look approachable. He's trying to win with it. He don't feel like fighting through some woman or something. You don't feel like fighting through some attitude, or she not smiling, or she's not looking pleasant. At least pleasant. At least pleasant. You don't have to be grinning down the street or something. That's unrealistic. Well, at least pleasant. At least have a body language to say, hey, if you say hi to me, I'm gonna say hi back. You know, some of y'all took that resting bitch face thing a little too far. It's like, and then be on the message boards or some of these websites talking about where these men at. Be having about 15 dating profiles. 15 dating profiles. Yet you out in the street being mean to that, mean mugging some guy or looking all evil when some guy just like says hi or even look at you at the produce aisle at the grocery store. That might be the guy. That might be the guy for you. But you gotta be approachable. You know? And like I said, you got to balance it out. Balance it out. There are some knuckleheads out there, but every man ain't a knucklehead. You know? Every man ain't a knucklehead. You know? And that kind of dips back to what I said in a previous episode about, like, the attitude. Get rid of that attitude, because I'm going to give you this woman. I knew this woman. I know a couple women like this, and these were, like, really plain Janes. They ain't dressed all hoochie and everything. You know, barely saw them in dresses. Plain, they ain't throwing a lot of makeup. Like, very modest hairstyles and everything. They couldn't get rid of men. And one of them in particular, I said, what's your secret? And she said the same reason you approached me, Ron. She's very pleasant. She actually doesn't smile a lot. She actually does. When you see her out, she don't have a resting bitch face, but at the same time, she was never a woman who smiled a lot unless you said something to make her laugh. But men used to approach her like crazy, and she said she just said she wasn't pressed. She just chill. If a guy, stepped to her, if a guy stepped to her, it was because she was chill. And the thing that struck me with her, because I was one of the guys who stepped to her, but it's like one of those things. Yeah, we were involved, but sometimes you outgrow that or whatever, or you realize it's not a long-term thing for different reasons, but you still cool. And that happens. I know that happens. But she would tell me about some of the other guys, and these would be like doctors, attorneys, engineers. And I said, I remember telling her, I said, you should give a seminar on how to do it. Other women out here complaining. They wearing all this makeup and high heels. You be just in some tennis shoes and jeans, plain shirt, and guys be like rolling up on her. In all fairness, she was built like a brick house. Lord have mercy. But, still though, she was just calm about it. She was just calm. She was chill. She was like probably the most chill woman I've ever met. And guys pick up on it. She was approachable. So anyway, ladies, something for y'all to think about. That's all I got for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.